Jordan Peterson's daughter Mikhaila is making waves, and we've got a feeling that she's going to be even more famous than her dad in a couple of years. Her dad might be the king of self-help books and a huge Canadian media personality, but she's the reigning champion of podcasts, and it's her time to rule. Keep watching this video because we're going to discuss everything related to Mikhaila's growing business and more. First of all, she's one of the CEOs of the Peterson empire. With a current net worth that's estimated at about $3 million, Mikhaila became the CEO of Luminate Enterprises, one of the two companies belonging to Jordan Peterson, which monitors his books, lectures, online courses, podcasts, and social media channels. Mikhaila took over the business after her mother's diagnosis of a rare form of kidney cancer in 2019, and when her father got sick, she not only took care of him, but also took over the Peterson empire completely. As CEO, she hired a bunch of new Luminate staffers, and the company currently has a director of operations, a digital marketing officer, a product manager, and an executive assistant. Wow! She handled her dad's YouTube channel while he was off the grid and updated his followers on their family's terrible year by comparing it to a horror movie. Mikhaila discussed anything and everything during her weekly podcast and media interviews, from sharing family news to promo for the Lion Diet or her dad's social platform, ThinkSpot. The new CEO did it all. Maybe that's why the Peterson brand grew under her leadership. But as their audience got bigger, so did the podcaster's worries about her father's medical condition. She shared that she's scared of messing up because then the entire world is going to blame me. Once Peterson returned home, the father-daughter duo became practically inseparable, both in terms of work and family-wise. Mikhaila and Jordan have a habit of appearing on each other's podcasts now, and some fans have pointed out that even the podcast episodes sound a lot like Jordan's lectures. Moving on, here's everything else you need to know about Mikhaila. First up at number 7, she's active on social media. Mikhaila's one media personality that makes sure to stay active on social media, and she's got quite an impressive following. Her Instagram account currently has 679,000 followers, a Twitter following of 323,000, and 115,000 followers on Facebook. Oh, and how could we forget to mention her 500,000 subscribers on YouTube? Mikhaila has a habit of oversharing every detail of her life with her fans, and after snooping around her social media, we found out that she celebrates her birthday every year with a big bang. That is, by throwing an extravagant party, of course. Following up at number 6, her Lion Diet. Mikhaila got famous in 2018 through her notorious diet plan, which she called the Lion Diet. It's a supercharged paleo menu that's only got beef, salt, and water in it, and she swears by it. When she was growing up, she dealt with a lot of medical issues. The list includes depression, rheumatoid arthritis, which forced her to get a hip and ankle replacement, and sleep issues. After a bad experience with prescription medication, she decided to take the matter of her health into her own hands. And the first thing she did was eliminate foods from her diet until she was eating only beef, something she swears helped fix her medical issues, and stop relying on meds entirely. Mikhaila convinced her family to make the paleo switch as well. Even her father went to the meat side and reported not only losing 50 pounds, but claimed that his lifelong depression and anxiety was gone, along with other health issues such as psoriasis, gum disease, and leg numbness. The thing is, her diet, though seemingly successful, doesn't have any science behind it, with nutritional scientists describing the Lion Diet as an immensely bad idea. But that didn't stop Mikhaila from monetizing the concept. At one point, she sold memberships to the Lion's Lair, a club in which members could contact her for $599 a year. Coming up at number 5, the Mikhaila Mikhaila Peterson podcast. Podcasts are the new in thing. We're not gonna lie, we've hopped on the podcast craze ourselves. And when Mikhaila started her own podcast, it gained a following in no time. Maybe her involvement in Luminate Enterprises had something to do with it. Or maybe she's just really good at her job. We'll let you decide on this one. Anyway, on the Mikhaila Peterson podcast, the YouTuber covers topics about health and spirituality, and it's available on most major platforms, including YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcast. She's also discussed her own struggle of dealing with autoimmune and mood disorders. Also, a lot of famous faces have been part of the podcast, including Dr. Mike Hart, Nicole Arbor, and even former Nickelodeon star Jeanette McCurdy. This is what Mikhaila's website says about her podcast. The Mikhaila Peterson podcast is a platform through which she hosts a wide range of experts to discuss health, cultural phenomena, politics, and other topics that are usually taboo. And through her series Opposing Views, experts in their fields discuss subjects that conflict with each other to inspire others to form their own educated opinion. Peterson's main goal for her podcast is to help people recognize how much control they have over their own lives, encouraging them to take responsibility for their physical and mental health, and to help show people that they have the power to improve their lives even if the odds are against them, or if they've been dealt bad cards. There's only 4 more to go. First off, at number 4, her relationship with her father. Even though it's interesting to note that Mikhaila's not an expressive person, when it comes to love, she doesn't shy away from posting about her dad every now and then, in which she's either supporting or praising him. However, she is known to prove her love for others through her actions rather than her words. And it's safe to say that her dad plays a huge role in her life and has influenced her a lot, both in her personal life and in her professional life. Mikhaila once shared in a TikTok video that when she was a little kid, a retired clinical psychologist was obsessed with Soviet art, to the point that the Peterson house was full of Soviet art. His daughter thinks that Jordan's love for Soviet art came thanks to all the lessons he's learned from totalitarian governments and the interest he takes in history. The podcaster never bought Soviet art herself, but did share that she herself became obsessed with the art in her house at one point, which makes a lot of sense, we're not gonna lie. And in terms of good icebreakers, she got to know about eBay while she was collecting art. Mikhaila also acknowledged it was kind of weird going to other people's homes because their parents weren't as eccentric and obsessed with history as her father was. You're bound to compare, right? Moving on, at number 3, her marriage. Mikhaila was initially in a relationship with her husband, Andrei Korokov, till recently, that is, in November 2021, to be specific. The YouTuber and Korokov were together for almost 5 years and even have a daughter together who's named Elizabeth Scarlett Peterson. The pair actually met at Ryerson University, after which Mikhaila later got pregnant. Her ex-husband, Andrei Korokov, was born in Russia and is a business consultant by profession and a rower. He graduated from Ryerson University with a bachelor's degree in commerce and business technology management. They seem to be on good terms though, because they're co-parenting their 3-year-old child with no hiccups involved. Oh, and get this, Mikhaila also shared that she actually felt happier after her divorce from her ex-husband Andrei was finalized. But one thing that she does give Andrei credit for is the fact that he's an amazing father to their daughter and takes his job as a parent pretty seriously. What did we say about him co-parenting with 0 issues? Here's the proof. The Luminate Enterprises CEO even verified her divorce from Korokov through an Instagram post in which she explained that the couple had tried looking for an alternative option to separation for years, but since they couldn't find one, divorce was the only way forward. Peterson is currently in a relationship with Jordan Fuller, and guess what? They got engaged on March 6th, 2022, and officially tied the knot on June 5th, 2022. Not to mention, at number 2, her education. Mikhaila earned her bachelor's degree from Concordia University in Montreal, in which she studied psychology and classics, before enrolling in George Brown College continuing education, where she earned the skills to become a makeup artist/specialist, which is a pretty cool skill to have. The 31-year-old then went on to get her bachelor's degree degree in biological and biomedical sciences at Ryerson University in Ontario. Mikhaila also did a 4-month stint working at Ryerson's media services desk. And obviously, as you know, she now presides over a multi-million-dollar empire. Last but not least, at number 1, her childhood. Mikhaila was born in 1992 in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And in the present, the media personality lives in Nashville, Tennessee, United States, with her family. She once shared on her podcast that her childhood was pretty interesting and unique, to say the least. In her words, it felt like watching a bunch of Jordan Peterson videos every single day. Now, granted, Mikhaila was joking, but then again, this is the Peterson family we're talking about, so you never know how much truth there is to funny and mostly harmless fun facts shared on the internet. And if you're wondering what kind of father Jordan was, then don't worry. Mikhaila shared that he was actually a pretty good father overall. This is mainly because he helped guide his daughter in dealing with her history of chronic pain. She also faced several obstacles alongside her chronic illness, including depression, inflammation, and arthritis. And Peterson shared with Healthline that she even got her hip replaced because of how bad her medical issues got. But her dad was her rock throughout this process, and she seems super grateful for that. That's a wrap for this video. What fact about Mikhaila surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.